everyone, and welcome to another Into the Void Real Review. This time we are reviewing Honey Don't, starring Margaret Qualley, Aubrey Plaza, and Chris Evans. Ethan Coen directs this and is a co-writer as well on it. I never see a movie unless it interests me in some way. It must have a hook, like a good song. Maybe it's a genre that I'm into, or it has an interesting premise or plot. Maybe the style interests me, or I really like the actors involved. In the case of Honey Don't, the latter two drew my interest enough to check it out. The actors and the style. If I'm lucky, I get the bonus of an exceptional story or a delightful one. And if I'm exceptionally lucky, I get something that is inspiring or life-changing. With Honey Don't, the story isn't the main draw, but more the interactions between the characters.
Address you wanted?
Thanks, MJ.
Honey, right? Love those click-clacking heels.
The most notable character is Honey O'Donoghue, played by the enigmatic Margaret Qualley.
You're fascinating.
And you haven't even seen the riddle tattooed on my ass.
A private investigator in a story reminiscent of those old serialized detective shows that dominated TV back in the 70s and 80s. I won't name the exact shows because Honey Don't doesn't exactly replicate any particular show of that time, but does remind me a lot of the feel and aesthetic of the murder mystery of the week formula that was big back then. Honey Don't is a film about corruption, foreign corruption, infiltrating a vulnerable small town.
The French, they're not happy.
Who's not happy?
It's also about inner corruption of the soul present within the two main characters of this story, namely Honey and M.G. Falcone, played by Aubrey Plaza, who both come from broken and traumatizing childhoods. There's a reason the opening sequence of the film opens with the Barry Mann and Cynthia Will song, "We Gotta Get Out of This Place." The main plot of this movie centers on a death surrounding a woman driving off a cliff. When Honey investigates the case, things lead to a church headed up by Pastor Reverend Drew Devlin, who is up to no good, played by a Chris Evans, who you can tell is having lots of fun worlds away from Captain America territory. To be fair, he's been in a lot of roles since then, but this is one of the most strongest and most hilarious to date that he's been in. I won't get into the actual meat of the story too much because the best thing about this movie is the various interactions between the different characters and their motivations behind those interactions. Charlie Day makes an appearance as Marty Matakowicz, Honey's co-worker who just doesn't know when to quit when trying to land the unicorn of getting a date with her. It never gets old hearing them quit back and forth, Marty getting rejected at every turn. It's all in good fun and never comes off as weird and cloying. Honey Don't is a movie more about the parts than the sum of those parts. It's a dark comedy that can be surprisingly funny, not unlike The Naked Gun before it.
What can you tell me about...
Do you drink?
Heavily, it's a point of pride.
Should you and I discuss this over a drink?
Tuesdays I dry out.
Today's Wednesday.
Today is Tuesday.
It's nowhere as juvenile or stupid in a clever way as that movie, but it has its own comedic juice that I appreciate. The main attraction is between Qualley and Plaza, which I won't get into their particular relationship here as I don't want to spoil too much. Aubrey Plaza's performance isn't her best here, but it's still fun to watch her as the quippy and sarcastic police officer M.G. Falcone. Speaking of names, is there a more fitting cop name than M.G. Falcone? It rolls right off the tongue. Another thing, I don't think they feature her enough here, which is a shame, even if it isn't her best performance, but I get it. Margaret Qualley is the main attraction here. She mostly nails it with a female Frank Drebin matter-of-factness and calmness that we can all aspire to in the face of adversity. She channels the toughness of a lady that has already reserved herself to people's inevitability to disappoint us all in the end, despite their good intentions. Her response to her abusive and absent father who wants to make amends is pure comedic gold. Clearly, the woman has seen some shit. Relationships are lucky to get past the third date, commitment issues being what they are when everything you have ever loved has disappeared. Who can blame her? Problem is, her proclivities lead her to other people with similar proclivities, which can wreak havoc in her personal life, but can be a gold mine in the professional sense. She's the one you send to find the crooks and scoundrels. Damaged goods attract damaged goods and all that. She also isn't one for technology, foregoing a computer for the simpleness of a Rolodex. As I said before, cinematography is the other highlight of this movie that I like to touch on. There is a dirtiness and grime that pervade every scene like a window that hasn't been cleaned in ages. The windswept vista surrounding a dusty town add a remoteness to the events that take place. This is the place where criminals go to do their shady business. Indeed, the song, "We Have to Get Out of This Place," takes on a meaning you can understand when experiencing what goes on behind the scenes of the quiet off-the-grid town. This movie reminded me of Asteroid City with its bright, beautiful, arid landscape replete with sketchy individuals inhabiting it. Honey Don't isn't so much about the solving of the central mystery of who killed the victim at the heart of the story, but more about the individuals surrounding it, their relationships with each other and the environment that they make their home in. Each go hand in hand, and if you like great characters with main story being secondary to that, then you will vibe with this movie. It's sparingly funny in a sense and a little heavier handed than the average dark comedy out there, but I think it carries itself with a style I can appreciate. That's why I say, honey, don't hesitate to check it out. It gets a 7 out of 10 from me, one of the better 7s out there. Guys, what did you think of the movie? The other Coen movie that came out not too long ago was Drive-Away Dolls, which I liked. However, I like this one more. What about you? Let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe if you like this sort of stuff, and I will see you the next time when we venture into the void.